This is Skies of Conflict, and we are coming to you with a breaking news alert, a shocking development in the Middle East that changes the game entirely. We have confirmed reports of a massive and devastating attack against Israeli forces, an attack that did not happen in Gaza or Lebanon, but in Yemen. This is a catastrophic event for the Israeli Defense Forces. A deep cover special operations mission has ended in total disaster. We are receiving frantic reports from multiple intelligence sources that a team of elite Israeli commanders has been wiped out, completely wiped out, buried alive in an underground tunnel complex in Yemen. The details are still emerging, but the initial picture is one of a perfectly executed ambush, a trap set by Yemeni forces that has resulted in one of the most significant losses of Israeli special forces personnel in decades. The implications of this are staggering. It signals a massive escalation and a profound intelligence failure for one of the world's most renowned agencies. This attack did not use a drone or a missile. This was a return to the most primal form of warfare, tunnel warfare, but executed with modern precision and devastating effect. The world is now watching and waiting for what will surely be a thunderous response from Israel. But first we must break down exactly what we know happened. We begin with the location. Yemen, a nation that has been in a state of conflict for years, but has recently become a focal point for actions against international shipping and Israeli interests. The Israeli government has never publicly acknowledged ground operations inside Yemen. That is a critical point. They operate in the shadows. Their special forces are legendary for their ability to infiltrate and exfiltrate without a trace. But this time, they were not ghosts. This time they were tracked, they were monitored, and they were led into a kill box. The mission parameters are unknown. Was it a targeted assassination attempt on a high-ranking Houthi leader? Was it an operation to destroy a missile cache or a command and control center? We do not know for certain, but what we do know from intercepted communications and satellite imagery analysis is that a team estimated to be between 12 and 20 operators from a top-tier unit, likely Sarat Matkal or a similar group, was inserted covertly into a remote region of Yemen. Their objective was a tunnel network believed to be a key logistical hub. The team moved under cover of darkness. They entered the tunnel system. The intelligence they had suggested it was lightly defended, or perhaps even temporarily abandoned. This was the bait. This was the deception. The Yemeni forces, likely from Houthi movement, but potentially with direct advisors from Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, Quds Force units, had anticipated this very move. They had allowed the Israeli team to penetrate deep into the complex. They let them get fully committed to the labyrinth underground. This was not a random tunnel. This was a sophisticated network designed for exactly this kind of ambush. The Yemeni forces have honed their tunnel warfare skills over years of fighting a Saudi-led coalition. They have built networks that are deep, that are reinforced, and that are filled with deadly surprises. The Israeli commanders moved through the narrow passages, their weapons raised, their sensors scanning for threats. They believed they were the hunters. Then the world exploded. The triggers were set off remotely. The entire section of the tunnel behind them and in front of them was rigged with massive explosive charges. The detonation was not designed to just collapse a small section. It was designed to trigger a catastrophic geological event. The shockwave traveled through the soft rock and soil, turning the entire tunnel into a tomb. The ceiling came down with immense force, hundreds of tons of earth and rock, crushing and smothering everything in its path. The air was filled with dust and debris. The exit routes were completely sealed off. The communication from the Israeli team would have gone dead instantly. One moment they were a highly disciplined unit of elite warriors, the next they were entombed in absolute darkness, buried under an unimaginable weight of rubble. There would have been no chance for escape, no chance for a firefight. This was not a battle, it was an execution by engineering. The aftermath is chaos. The Israeli command center monitoring the mission would have lost all telemetry, all communication. They would have known immediately that something had gone horribly wrong, but the full extent of the disaster would have taken hours to confirm through other means: signals, intelligence, satellite reconnaissance, and the inevitable boasting from Yemeni sources that began to flood Telegram channels and social media. The videos released by the Yemeni forces show a massive plume of dust rising from a remote mountainous area. And then the chilling aftermath, a landscape scarred by a subsidence crater where the tunnel network once lay beneath the surface. The ground itself had swallowed evidence. The Yemeni statements are claiming a great victory, the destruction of a Zionist spy cell, and a clear message that their territory is a graveyard for invaders for Israel. This is a devastating blow. This is not just the loss of highly trained soldiers. These were commanders, officers with years of experience in covert operations across the Middle East. Their knowledge, their skills are irreplaceable. The psychological impact on the Israeli Special Forces community will be profound. The aura of invincibility has been shattered. The intelligence apparatus that planned this mission is now in a state of internal crisis. How did they get it so wrong? Was it a double agent? Was it a compromise in their communication systems? Was the initial intelligence a plant from the very beginning designed to lure them into this trap? These are the questions being asked in secure rooms in Tel Aviv right now. The strategic implications are immense. This attack proves that the conflict in the Middle East is no longer contained. It is a multi-front war with actors capable of striking back with sophisticated and unexpected tactics. Israel has been focused on Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon, but this event opens a new and dangerous southern front with Yemen. The Houthi movement has demonstrated a capability that goes beyond launching drones and missiles at ships. They have shown they can successfully counter the very best of Israel's ground forces in a defensive operation. This will force a complete reassessment of Israeli military strategy. Now the world holds its breath, waiting for the Israeli response. It will come, it will be severe, and it will be destructive. The question is, what form will it take? A massive aerial bombardment campaign against Houthi strongholds, a targeted assassination of their top leadership, a covert retaliation against Iranian interests. The risk of a full regional war has just increased exponentially. The skies of conflict are darkening. This was not just an attack, it was a statement, and the response will be a statement of its own. We are witnessing a dangerous chapter in modern warfare where tunnels become tombs and special operations missions can end in utter catastrophe. This is skies of conflict, and we will continue to monitor this developing story as the situation unfolds.